A bad omen. Michael Bloomberg issuing a dire warning for Democrats. The former New York City mayor believes the party is heading for a wipeout in November without an immediate course correction, saying, quote, voters perceive it as being too focused on the culture wars, from renaming schools to defunding the police. Well, joining me now, Tom Bevan, Real Clear Politics president. Tom, great to see you. So Michael Bloomberg says the San Francisco school board race was a 7 out of 8 on the Richter scale. Do you think it's going to shake up the Democratic Party enough?
Well, I think he's right about that. In fact, it might even be more than that. It might be like a 9 or a 10, because this was not just, a standard recall. I mean, these folks, this is the president of the school board, the vice president, and another member recalled by 75, 80%. And again, on the heels of Virginia and New Jersey, I think it does speak to the idea that parents, even liberal parents, I mean, this is something that one of the few things in today's politics, Brian, that cuts across our sort of tribal lines. And when parents, even in a liberal bastion like San Francisco, are that upset about the way things are going, that is bad news for whichever party's on the wrong side of that. And right now it's the Democrats.
Yeah, your party affiliations fall away really quickly when you're talking about your kids and the education that they're getting. That's been the issue. It's moving across the country like wildfire. Tom, is your sense that it's just picking up steam or that it's going to burn out by the time we get to November? My sense is this is going nowhere but farther and faster.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it obviously, it depends on how Democrats handle this, not only at the top, but there was a New York Times piece today about the 4 most vulnerable Democratic incumbent senators in Arizona, Nevada, Georgia, and New Hampshire, and how they are trying to position themselves with Joe Biden's approval rating in the low 40s in most of those states and nationally, and with inflation being one of the top issues. Education is right there. Crime is right there. And so each of these Democratic candidates, whether they're in the Senate or in the House, are going to have to position themselves, get themselves in the right position on the right side of voters on this issue. And right now, I agree with you, Brian. If Democrats don't moderate, if they don't do what Bloomberg is talking about in his op-ed, they are going to find themselves on the wrong side of an issue that will wipe away a lot of them in November.